to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. A high-caliber, high-noon showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Fresno State Bulldogs and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
USC trying to get back to national prominence. They have not been able to crack that college football playoff code. A 9-4 season did show signs of improvement, but it wasn't good enough for fans. They do return quarterback Jaden Maiava. He has shown some talent and composure in the pocket, but USC's got work to do to get back to national relevance. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Trojans offense has the ball first today. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Damon?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of...
Got a little grass. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. The option, he'll keep it. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
They'll run play action. He'll take the deep shot. He got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Trojans! What a quick start for this offense, putting up points on the first drive.
And that's got to feel good, Reese. You've been practicing all week. You've been practicing against the looks you were anticipating to see from this defense. You get those looks, you're able to come out, you run the ball, you throw the ball, and this offense right now is in a groove early.
And the extra point was good. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Fresno State's offense will now get its first chance with the football. He has a talented quarterback on the other side. He's really been looking forward to this matchup to prove how good he is. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on a toss play, Reese.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, and that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if we can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
Makes it past the marker. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want to run it left here. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Martin back to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Got room on the return. Smashes ahead. Goes out of bounds at the 13, and man, is this offense set up now.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. He splits the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Plows through the defense. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Martin will throw it. Hines is back in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd. Got the back over the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period, first down here. The run to the right. Could be an alley. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back open in the middle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Trying to get the receiver on a drag route and working through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
He might want another play. Martin back to pass. Working that left side now. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Gonna let it fly. Can't hook up on the long. 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Running inside, it's Jordan. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Trojans will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And picking up the 1st down will be nice here, but also important. Get some cushion for the punt team. Makes the grab down the middle. Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Right, and I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
And the Bulldogs are flying down the field. Martin will throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jordan. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to pass, it's Mayava. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Plucks it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Reads it, fires complete. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Wants to go right back downfield. He makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Looking to fire. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the 1st half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the 1st half.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistent.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the 1st half, but this unit looks dialed in.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, the ground game. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's get right to it with Liberty taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Flames with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications. Now back over to your game inside the Coliseum. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And, of course, his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard.
The Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Guys, Fresno State's head coach told me at halftime, his quarterback, not typically one to turn it over like this. He has an opportunity right now taking the field on offense to start the third quarter. He said ball security has to be at the top of the mind. Slow down, take what the defense gives you, and make sure we're holding on to the football. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Caught in the backfield. It's Freeman. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Second down coming up. Pulls it in. It's McClain fighting off the defender. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They'll try to run for it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want to run in the...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Quarterback making adjustments. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
That's reeled in. It's Anderson. And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll send the back in motion. The run inside. It's Miller. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Got it, looking for the 1st down. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Trojans line it up with a 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, USC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
Man, I hope the kicker's okay after that penalty. You got to worry about protecting them when they're on that plant leg.
Number 48 sets a kickoff.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on Fresno State's sideline, something I've got my eyes on is how the running back is moving and cutting. As you know, he did get really banged up in that game last week despite the win, and he's going to have to fight through some bumps and bruises here today. I've got my eyes on him, and I will keep you posted down here from the field. Back to you.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. They'll 4 on the pickup, it's 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ramirez. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Fires to the middle. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now, they still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Hold it, finds his man on the left. After 40, there he goes. Oh, there's an alley on the left. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. Didn't take them long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. From the red zone, it's Jordan. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I love the discipline of this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know it could be a pass in this situation, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff, all the stuff, the easy access, the free release.
Touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab in the end zone for 6.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Fresno State, 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give on the inside. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Martin back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw on first down. Time to take a shot. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. A senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt cut. Breaks into the open. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They give it to him again. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Ready.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Dumps it off in the flats. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something.
Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. This time he's got his man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Martin will throw it. Pressure coming. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. They get to him as he throws. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. The guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Running inside, it's Jordan. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Now Fresno State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Trojans decide to punt it away. Wants to return it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Fires left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Here Here's the pressure. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Martin back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock